Sometime another.
It's Monday Mayhem. Engines loud. Opinions louder. Mud. Motors. And straight up chaos. Live. Right now. This is mud racing now.
What's happening?
What's going on? What's going on, Blake?
I don't know. Where are you going? Grocery store?
What's going on? I've been. Look, we're how many hours we out there, Mom? What time is it now? Well, it's 7 o'clock. We left. We're 13 hours into a 14 or 15 hour road trip.
Wow.
We're 13 hours in. Left the house 6 o'clock this morning. Drove to Withville, Virginia, and we attended a funeral. And the reason we went is my son called me up a week or two ago, and he said, Dad, he said I've been assigned what is it, mortuary affairs. Oh gosh, I can't remember what they call it now.
Bereavement?
No, not bereavement. Mama's sitting here too. Anyways, he was the casualty assistance officer. And his job was to assist the family in receiving the remains of their loved one. Now, one would think with the time frame that's going on right now in the world that person would be like an active duty soldier. No, this was a young man who was 20 years old. His name was Corporal Marvin Patton, and he was killed on July 5th, 1950, in Korea. July 5th, 1950. And so my son had the job of assisting the family in receiving the remains of their loved one who was killed in the Korean War. And so I thought it was really cool that my son was involved in this, and so we decided to make a road trip and drive to Virginia to attend the funeral of this young, awesome soldier who for 76 years had been missing from home, and to watch the family cry, laugh, smile that their loved one was home, and to know that my son's job was to ensure that they were taken care of. And so, Corporal Marvin Sylvester Patton, gonna make me cry. He was part of Task Force Smith, and he was killed on the very first day of the Korean War. Within the first 3 hours of the Korean War, he was killed, and he was lost for 75 years. Because in 2025 they identified his remains, and he was brought home. He landed in Charlotte on Friday, and today he was interned into the ground into the Southwestern Virginia Veterans Cemetery. Much like Arlington, but this is a state cemetery. So really awesome.
All right. Good job, man.
That was today.
And you went and turned and burned all the way from Charleston, South Carolina to Virginia and back.
Yeah, well, we're coming into Columbia now.
All right, you're down through.
We're on 77, about to cross over the 20, the junction with I-20. So we're on the north side of Columbia. We're about an hour and a half. Yeah, about an hour and a half from home.
Yeah.
Well, Gary Pierce said hello. He's in.
What's going on, Gary? How you doing? So
Will Lamb.
This is different in that I don't have the normal screen to see all the comments and because I'm actually doing it on my phone. So it's really interesting to see how we're doing this from the road. That's for sure.
Yeah. Will Lamb, me Sarn. Will Lamb Sarn. You present? Yeah, he said he's present. Mr. Levy Bubba Lily. Hey guys, look like y'all had a good time this past weekend. Overall,
Hey,
we
it was.
We were out having a good time doing what we like to do and watching everyone else do what they like to do.
I'll tell you what, Branchville. Branchville. Look here. We started out. Everybody had technical difficulties. We had technical difficulties. The track had technical difficulties.
Right.
But you know what? In the end, we had a great day of racing.
It was a good day.
It was a fantastic day of racing. Slow start, but we got her done.
Exactly. We did. We got it done. The race went through, and points got added up. So that's what mattered. Nick said, "What's up, guys?" Howdy, Nick. Garrett's present. Gate Red as well.
What's happening?
Malake. Jeffrey Bryant Brown. Hello, friends. Well, hello to you too, sir. We got an interview coming up with him in a little while. Randy Hoop says, "What's up?"
We've had the pleasure to over the last 7 or 8 years. This is what 9 years for you, isn't it, Blake?
9 years.
8. Is it 9 years for me too? Was it the first year that you brought me in, or had you already done
2018.
it? I can't remember.
2018.
Okay.
So 8 years.
Yeah,
we're 8 years.
8 years.
I might be 9 because I brought you in, but it's a solid 8 or 9 in the mud racing community.
Yeah.
I haven't got to shake everybody's hand, but nobody's came to the tower complaining their times were wrong. Because I was up there making sure of that.
You've had a few people speak up to the tower and say, "Hey."
Oh yeah, they say hey to me all the time. RJ Hefner's in. Howdy, folks.
What's going on, RJ? RJ was watching my live earlier, as I was on my own page doing the live. I was coming down the hill, the 7-mile hill known as Fancy Gap, out of Virginia into North Carolina, and it is literally 7 miles all downhill. And
wow,
pretty beautiful drive.
Gary Pierce is asking what you thought of the video of the buggy.
That's a machine right there. That is a machine.
Which buggy was it? I haven't seen it yet.
No, you haven't seen it yet. His buddy has got a buggy, a rail, and big motor blown.
Well, we're gonna make it to a big job. Mr. David Hewitt says, "Good job, man. You're a good man, Smiley."
We appreciate it. We appreciate everybody. Tuning in. Blake and I, Blake, we've been talking about it. We were talking about all the problems we had, and I ain't gonna lie, I was defeated after spending 4.5 hours trying to work on cameras and get them up and running, and I just had to break out old trusty in my camera, in my cell phone, and set it up to work, and it worked, but nonetheless, we keep working day in and day out, week in, week out. I'm actually going to get together with Gavin one day this week.
Wednesday, he wants you Wednesday.
We're gonna go out to Palmetto and hook things up. He wants to get who's the young man from The Voice who's going to be performing for 2 hours and singing the national anthem. We want to get him set up so everything comes through one setup. We got a challenge on our hands, that's for sure.
Yep.
So,
well, Nick said we did a great job this weekend.
We appreciate it.
And
definitely
Joseph Hilton. Joseph Hilton said, "What's up from the Live Entertainment Pro Mega Truck Team?" What's happening, Joseph? Thank you for watching.
Nice. I've been following them. Those guys are doing some crazy shit. They do it. Hey, they do it. They built a badass truck. Been watching them. They built an awesome truck. They are. That's cool. Appreciate y'all chiming in and tuning in.
Yeah.
And
David
so
Hewitt said the same thing.
we've
Good
got
job, y'all, this weekend.
we've got Mr. Danny Shepard in the green room,
We do.
and Danny is the man behind the plan at Masters Motorplex, and we're going to bring him on here in just a minute. We're going to talk. Danny's been an avid follower. He's been watching. He's been seeing everything that we're doing. He
Oh,
watched the last 2 weeks of racing that we've had, and he's a track owner, and we're actually going to go see him this coming weekend at
thank you,
Masters
David.
Motorplex. So let's go ahead and bring Danny in.
All right. Bam. Hey, Mr. Danny.
What's going on,
on?
Danny?
I like your style with that there cowhide behind you.
Yeah, we messed
Nice.
with a few times.
Nice. That's a big cat too. That ain't no little kitty cat. That's a big old cat laying up there behind you.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for the weekend. It's gonna be good. I'm glad y'all coming. We y'all gonna do the live feed. We got a good photographer coming. I got a buddy of mine got drone coming, so we're gonna have some pretty good stuff happening. I'm getting excited. We sold out all the camping spots are sold out. All the track side sold out. Think it's gonna be a good race.
Awesome.
Yeah, I seen that post with the trackside sold out. That's awesome.
Yeah, trackside sold out and all the camping. We still got some dry camping, but all the hookups are sold out. I think we got some few camping. We got some few dry spots camping, but it's gonna be I'm excited.
So how many hookup sites do you have?
Hookups right now, we got 17.
17. Wow, that's quite a bit. That's a lot of hookup sites. That's pretty cool.
We got 17 hookups. That's water and power. Of course, we don't have the sewer, but we got water and power hookups.
Yeah. Well, that's I do some events as well, Danny. We have a hookup. We have power and water. But when the ship pumper truck comes by, you pay him $20 or $30, and he'll pump you out if you need to.
When the honeypot comes by, honeypot man. Danny, what kind of racing we doing this weekend?
I've been doing this years, and I took a break. This is my first race. Actually, it's my first race since I put on the 2 national events at Orangeburg when the other fella owned it before Candace bought it. It's actually my first race since 2020.
Wow.
Okay.
I put it on MRA national events on 1 in 20, and 1 in 19, and 1 in 20. But I kind of going to them and just kind of chilling out. But I'm kind of we're going back this time to just thought it might be cool to go back to the roots and do an old school backwind mud bog. I mean, a lot of people have been. I mean, I've been doing this a long time, but let me tell you what I feel like it's been. Everybody forgot, not everybody, but a lot of people forgot. Nobody forgot where they come from, but it's so many. I just try to step it back down to get back to the affordability. Because you got $50,000, $75,000, $100,000 truck, and I just wanted to step it back down. Kind of an old school backwind mud bog with just the stock boards, the street boards, where you got something for everybody.
Right.
That's kind of where I'm going. What it started.
So we're a straight line timed event at your place.
Well, it's probably going to be a bog. They're going to put a 3/4 inch, 250-foot cable. They wanted a bog. We're going to have a bog. Then we're going to have a 2. We're gonna have a consistency class. I posted first. We're paying good money and 0 entry fee. So you can come here I'm not having the entry fee, so the racers can come race and don't have to pay the first time to race. It's free entry.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
So, yeah. And we
Free
got some
entry,
cool
and it's got a
things.
payout. You're still paying out money. It ain't just come play, right?
Oh no, yeah, I posted the purse. I think we ran a $50 purse with zero entry fee.
55 possible $100 purse, and all I gotta do is show up with my truck and race.
Show up with your truck and race, fit in whatever class you fit in, get in. No entry fee and race. Paying back five spots.
They pay their money to get into the event.
They just paying $20 to
pay
get in the
into
gate.
event, and they don't have to pay an entry fee to race.
That's correct.
Hey,
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty good, guys. Y'all ought to be flooding these gates hard Friday night.
And we got I ain't gonna name no names because it's kind of a surprise, but we got about probably 12 to 15 old school drivers, some fast, some just race. I used to race that. I built and designed. I don't know if y'all remember this. I built and designed Thunder Valley Speedway in Nice's, the side-by-side track. Did y'all remember that?
I've never been there yet.
No.
Yeah, well, it's gone now, but I built it in 2002 and we raced it for 5 years. And we had 2 nationals there. That was side-by-side. But I got some old school people that I hadn't raced since then. I got some people coming that probably hadn't sit in a truck in 25 years. That's kind of, we just did an old school invite just to kind of have like a old school back when Mud family reunion, if that makes any sense.
It makes perfect sense. This is going to be interesting, man.
Oh, it's going to be fun. We got a bunch of cool stuff going to happen.
Well, Daryl Kelly's asking about the classes. Can you go over them one more time? I know you did, but some of them didn't catch it.
Yeah, they posted online. I mean, I got a stock class, which is stock, lift kits and tires. And I went to 37-inch tire for the stock class because 90% of the ones that's got a stock street truck, the biggest tire you see is like a 37-inch Nito tire. So we went lift kits and tires is good. You can have the aftermarket exhaust long as it goes out because a lot of them got the aftermarket exhaust, and long as it goes out the back of the truck. This is a stock truck. Lift kits and tires. And the street truck, like your older trucks or whatever you got. If you had a 350 or 400 or 454, just a stock. If you had to rebuild it, you can have a small cam. I'll let you have open headers, little noise, stock suspension, up to a 40-inch tire. Basically that's the street truck, just something that anybody, most people's got one that can come run it. And we got a street modified, was kind of like a up to a 40-inch tire, which is you can have your open headers, 500 cubic inch limit engine. You can't have a 4500 base carburetor. You got to have up to a 4150 fine, but you can't have a 4500 base carburetor. You can have ladder bars, non-adjustable ladder bars, just trucks like that. Then the super street truck is kind of what y'all see at Sweeties. Just to name a few: Kyle Rowland, Mike Wallace.
Right.
The super, any suspension, the motor, I kind of put a class in for everybody. And then you got the consistency class, which the consistency class is paying 5 spots. It's paying 500, 400, 300, 200, and 100 with no entry fee.
Oh, wow. Y'all got some
That's
good pay.
That's some good money to go racing.
And the entry fee is right. So
yep. But I have some good. A lot of people have been begging me, asking me, "Man, do something." I said, let's just, I think about it. But then this came open, and and Stephanie, runs the Masters Motorplex, and me and her got talking, and it's kind of funny. And I'll mention this one name, but we was talking. I said, Stephanie, let's get crowd back involved. Let's do something simple. Let's just do the back win, old school mud bog. And she said, you mean, because I was involved in the one a long time ago, back in the late 80s. I was probably 15, 16 years old, 17 years old. Probably the first one that's ever come around here back in a long time. They put one on in Lexington. And she went to that one. And she went to a school with the fella, but she said, you somebody like Randy Elron? I said, you know Randy Elron? I said, yes, I know all them boys back. I mean, and that's how it got started. I said, and ever since we kind of knew the same people, it clicked from then. And she said, let's do it. So, and we got some, I got some people come from Virginia. I'll kind of tell you the schedule. We're going to have this. May have another one, and plans is may have another in May 2nd. The weekend before July 4th, we're going to do some things on mud, but they got the King of the Deep coming from North Carolina. I think they're out of North Carolina, but y'all seen it's like the ATV side by side, the big four-wheeler show. Yep. King of the Deep is coming. That's going to be a Thursday, Friday, and Saturday show. And we're going to do some neat things Friday night. It's going to be called Red, White, and Rumble. We're going to have a bunch of fireworks. I'm going to have we're probably going to have a truck, 2 classes of trucks, and they all going to fly. It's going to be all patriotism. They're going to fly the American flag as they racing. It's going to be a cool little deal. And then Labor Day weekend, Joseph Hilton is bringing the premier mega truck. We're going to have a weekend of mega truck racing. We're going to kind of have a weekend deal. We kind of going to get together and have some other stuff with that, but Joe's is bringing premier mega truck racing Labor Day weekend, and we're gonna have a premier mega truck race.
That'd be awesome, man.
Yeah, you got a lot of big plans. Awesome.
A lot of big plans for the Masters Motorplex coming up in Mud Bog.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So,
good job.
I like what you're doing with the Masters Motorplex, and that you're not. It's not just trucks. You do a lot of motocross there too, don't you?
Yes, sir. Motocross. They got like 500 acres. It's over 30 miles of trails. I mean, somebody's out there most every weekend if the weather's good.
So like the GNC. Did you do the GNCC races?
But Stephanie kind of handles the motocross. I don't she does the motocross. But I know there's a big motocross coming out there the second weekend of May. They on the big national track. They got a kiddie track. They got the national track, and they got 3 motocross. No, they got 4 motocross tracks out there for different stages of riders. Then they got over 30 miles of trails, and the trails is actually going to be open this coming weekend, so you can come ride. Now you pay your $10 for your ATV. You can ride the trails. Then race time, you can come watch the race. So you can come ride trails.
That's cool.
Yep. So it's a good deal.
Ride trails, watch the mud racing.
Yep. And so I'm excited. It's gonna be a good little deal.
Danny, Mr. Schaefer wants to know with VP Racing Fuel Products. Danny, you planning on doing it back? Let me see. Danny, you plan on doing like you did back then with Heads Up Racing?
So, you talking about on the side-by-side track?
No, with just Heads Up mud racing like you did in the early 90s and 2000s.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to try to do. We're going to have some bog classes, and we're going to have the side-by-side and do the Heads Up. I actually got, y'all seen the Texas mud drags?
Once.
Have y'all ever saw the Texas mud drags?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
5 years ago, I tried to get MRA to do something different with the side by side. Everybody been seeing it for 30 years. Everybody knows the top 5. The top 5 might change, but it's going to be the same top 5 every race, if that makes sense. Yeah. And I thought, let's just do Heads Up. Yeah. Run off the tree. Run off the tree, leave off the tree, and the first one to the finish wins. Let's just do something different for the spectators because they've been seeing the same thing over and over and over. And they didn't really want to do it. Well, Texas Mud Rats got a hold. I know Tim and Jason Hoskins, we all buddies, and they started doing it. And it's been a pretty good show. It's just something different. You got to look. I've always said, if you got 100 trucks and 200 people in the stands, you don't have nothing. If you can't draw a crowd, you know what I'm saying. You got to keep it interesting for the spectators.
Right.
That's
Man,
true.
spectators
That is
pay the
very
bills.
true.
We got to get them in.
And just like just at the Masters Saturday, we're gonna run 2 classes at a time. We're gonna run say if the stock class is first, I'm gonna send a truck down the stock class, and while we pulling them out, I'm gonna send another street truck. I'm gonna send another truck down the other pit. That way, something always going on.
That'd be cool.
You don't have no downtime, and let's say y'all can be right down on the floor with us, and y'all gonna be right amongst us.
We're ready. He's going to get the generator ready today. I don't know if you covered it, but everybody, gates open at 9 a.m. The drivers meeting at 11 a.m. and racing is hopefully beginning at 12 p.m. And $20 per person to get in.
Yep, the gates is gonna open at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. $20 a person to get in. 7 years and younger are free. If you want to ride your ATV or any machine out there, it's a $10 fee and $10 dry camping. How about that?
Yep, yes, sir. So
covered the bases.
Yep, and it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a cool deal, and a lot of phone calls. I mean, I know a truck. I know a truck coming from Virginia, Wilmington, North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina, Lumberton, North Carolina, Thompson, Georgia, and plus you're gonna see a local track. You're gonna see local people right here within 40 miles of the milling. You're gonna see about 20, 25 trucks that nobody saw in probably 15 or 20 years.
Oh wow!
That's the good stuff about it.
We're definitely excited for it.
Knocking the cobwebs out. Let's do it. Mr. David Keys is asking, how deep are the pits going to be? Do you know how roundabout for the hard bottoms down there somewhere?
Well, I mean, it's going to be it's going to have a hard bottom. It's going to be, no water. It's going to be good mixed up mud. I've been doing this for a long time, so I kind of know how to keep some of the fast ones in. And we're going to be starting in the mud. It ain't going to be no starting on a 40-foot of dry dirt and hit second gear when you get in the mud. We're going to be starting in the mud. We ain't going to be starting in 4 foot of mud, but we're going to be starting in mud. There's a big difference when you start in mud and you start on dry dirt, And I'm always been big on if you promote a mud bog, and I'm sure maybe 1 or 2 or 3 truck, the super street truck probably we might have a couple to go through it, but if you promote a mud bog, you best have a mud bog. If you promote a mud race, you need to have a mud race. Yep. I mean, and on promoting in the marketing side, you got to do what you promote. I've always had a good following.
We're coming to the understanding there, Danny, that no one likes water. They want mud.
No, we ain't gonna have no water. I don't like no water either. We ain't gonna have no water. It's gonna be mixed up, good soupy mud with no water. And not after every round. And I'll tell you this right quick. Each class, we gonna draw chips to draw your running order because it's a bog. Then we go when everybody gets through the first pass on both tracks. We're gonna invert the field and swap tracks to make it easier and simple. That's the simplest, that's the fairest way to do it. So the first man first, he's gonna go last in the next hole. So we inverting the field and swapping pits. Then after they run, then we're gonna drag the log through it. We'll drag the log through it, kind of get ready for the next class. But it's gonna be interesting. I mean, we're gonna have it set up, and you probably be starting in like a foot of mud, 1.5 feet of mud, and it's gonna And both of those, when you got 2 pits, ain't none of them gonna be identical. Nobody's good enough to have both of them exact same.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the same thing with Branchville. Same thing with Branchville. They got 2 pits side by side. There might be, I think, 25 feet between them. but
Yep.
they're not the same. They're not the same. No two pits are the same,
Yep.
even when they're only 25 feet apart. And
Yep.
Branchville's got some good muddy pits. You know.
That's right. That's right. And that's why I'm going to invert the field and swap lanes. That way everybody gets the first man that goes, he can go last in the next pit. He'll have a set of ruts to go in. It's just we all know in Mud Bog, and it's especially in the lower classes, it's where you draw.
Yeah.
Like it, because I don't know if y'all remember. I don't know. I know y'all been around like 8-9 years, but y'all remember the Mid-State Mud Bog?
Now.
Yeah, that was up in Batesburg with Nick Kill, and I think it was. I don't even remember the last. It's probably been 10 or 12 years.
So Danny, the extent of our mud racing has been all around Palmetto Mudway.
Right.
Yeah. I've last 2 or 3 years I've been to Branchville for the last 2 or 3 years. I've been to Orangeburg a couple times prior to this year. Yeah, but I mean, haven't been to Masters, haven't been to Fast Tracks, haven't been down to Georgia, haven't been to Little Dew. We're getting our eyes open this year with all the different tracks, getting to know the track owners, the do's and don'ts at each place, and really finding out that the family aspect of what everybody's involved with is really what drives the mud racing in the South,
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, like the answer to the fella's question, I forgot what you said it was, but yeah, I'm gonna ease back, try to do a little bit of old school on the Mud Bog and the side by side, but our side by side, yeah, it's gonna be heads up. I mean, I just think
what kind of depth are you looking at in your mud pits though?
This weekend, we're gonna kind of start off. I mean, they'll probably end up being, probably 3.5 foot.
That's pretty deep. You already said you're gonna make it gummy mud.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be good. I mean, that's everybody's been wanting, and the one that's coming is this. I guess they wouldn't been wanting because we've been getting phone calls for a month. So,
right.
Let's say it's gonna be no water.
Bogging is bogging. That's for sure. I know. Patrick and Gavin last year, they worked really hard to bring back the old school mud bog, and we actually had a couple of great races where the pit was actually the winner of, I think, most of the night because trucks just weren't making it through.
They do a good. They had a good idea down there. About the dog box class. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But let me tell you why that's cool and where you get. But the average man can come running.
Exactly.
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. And that's what it's about. And look, and Rick George brand crap. What I'm trying to say, if you got an open truck or a modified truck or whatever, and I like the fast truck. Don't get me wrong. That's what I'm mostly doing. But he'll bring 5 people. But you get them boys with them dog boxes in the stock class, in the street class, they bring the uncle, the grandma, the aunt. Yeah, they bring the whole damn family.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That's just how it happens. I mean, you can't forget about it.
Gotta run the pit tonight, boys. Let's party.
And it's bragging rights. And a stock truck, a boy can bring a stock truck out there. Don't pay a dime just to get in the gate. In a stock class, he can win $200. Second place is like, I can't remember all the dang class, but it's like a 200, 125, 100, 75, 50, and 25 or something. So top 5. We paying about 5 spots in every class.
Danny, we were telling people we had people last year. What was it, Blake? It was the Halloween race, or can't remember which race it was.
You're going to ask the same question I'm getting ready to ask, but go for it.
We told people they wanted to try to drive a 2-wheel drive truck in the pit. We was like, it'll cost you $50 extra. It'll cost you $50 extra. That's your tow fee. But if you make it through, we're going to give you $100.
Yep. We didn't ever have to make it through.
Nobody took us up on it.
So, Danny, what are you going to do in that situation when a bunch of guys come up with 2-wheel drive trucks?
Well, wherever they fit, they run. If they want to run, they run. I mean, they know before they come what they got. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not going to cost them much because of free entry.
I think we had the 2-wheel drive bandits come out, and they all got in the pit, and it was one pull out after another, and it was the longest, druggest out night you ever had. That's why the next time I said, you know what? If you make that 2-wheel drive through, I'll give you $100, but your entry fee is $50 more because it's a $50 pullout fee. Now, you want to gamble? You want to gamble, big boy? Put that 2-wheel drive in there. Let's go.
Yeah, this gonna be. That's why I decided. That's why we gonna run because like I say, I've been doing it for a long time. You can't have no downtime. I mean, you don't something. If something stupid happens, like that you can't help. But as far as us running, that's why I'm not gonna run just one pit because I don't like going to a race and seeing everybody get pulled out either. But we always, let's say, when we pulling out one, we gonna send somebody down the other pit.
Gotcha.
And we're gonna keep something going all the time. And look, I don't know. I got an idea what's gonna show up. Might not be but 40, it might not be but 60, but I think we're gonna have a good crowd. And
the looks of it, I agree with you.
So I mean, if you sell out the spectator, if you sell out we got 100 track size parking spots, and I put my sponsors. I had 12 sponsors, so they was behind me. It's pretty easy for me to get sponsors. I've been doing this for a while. So we had 12 sponsors, and what for the sponsors, and I took what everything I got from the sponsors, they pay in the purse. That's why I said, you know what, let's do something different. So shout out to our sponsors, so they paid the purse without an entry fee. So that's a long. You can do stuff like that. You do good stuff.
Well, right. So do you have all 12 of them memorized, or you got a list? You want to tell us who all your sponsors are?
Yes. Dobbs Heavy Equipment in Lexington, South Carolina. You got Hudson Brothers Truck and Accessories in Lexington, South Carolina. You got HBS Power Sports in Lexington, South Carolina. You got Columbia Auto Recovery, Lexington, West Columbia, South Carolina. You got the Mid-State Carpentry in Batesburg, South Carolina. You got Moneta Farm Supply in Moneta, South Carolina. You got Daniel's Feed and Seed. Let's see who else you got. How many is that? 6 or 7? Let's see. You got golly. I got banners made, still can't remember on this. You got Columbia Dogs.
All right.
I got a list somewhere. I don't want to miss nobody.
Well,
myself sponsored some S&S Farm Services. We clear land and put up fence, so I sponsored. It was 12 of them. I know I done missed somebody because I don't have the list in front of me. But I say shout out to them.
We will make sure that we will make sure we recognize. We will make sure that we recognize them all.
Danny, listen to me, see if I got them for you. I'm gonna try. Mid-State Custom Carpentry, that's one. Moneta Farm Supply, is that another one?
Yes, sir.
All right. Resurrection Racing.
Sean and yep.
Nice.
Premier Mega Truck Racing.
Good boy and a good girl there at Resurrection.
Yep.
The Premier Mega Truck Racing is one of the sponsors.
Yep, Premier with Joseph, that's right.
S&S Farms. Palmetto Arborist.
Yep, Jamie.
HBS Power Sports of Lexington.
Yep.
Dobbs Equipment. And let me see, B&B Sealing and Striping.
Striping from Lexington.
Hudson Brothers. Daniel's Feed and Seed. And I think that's all you got on the site for me to read off. But that's 11.
It was 11 and 12. The Columbia Auto and Recovery, that's the 12th.
There you go.
There we go.
We appreciate everybody's sponsors. Everybody's
yeah. Yep. So I mean,
if you sponsor a truck, thank you. If you sponsor us, thank you. If you sponsor Danny, thank you.
And I was telling Mr. Gene, where y'all gonna park, I'm gonna have the banners. That's where all the banners is gonna be, because I didn't want to hang the banners on some on one side and some on the other. So we gonna hang them on the end where y'all gonna be parking. That way, both sides can see all the banners with the sponsorship. So
that sounds like a promoter talking there. You've been there before.
Oh yeah, yes sir. So,
doesn't it, Gene?
Yeah.
That sure does.
That sounds like some me and you stuff, placements, everything. That's why you got all our sponsors all around here. You know, you got to do it, man. Well, this is gonna be fun.
What about? All right, so we've been 40 minutes into this. We didn't even started talking about last weekend in Branchville.
Oh,
Danny, you've been watching all the racing.
I pulled a few clips.
I kind of wanted to come to that one. I've been kind of following up, but I was watching. But I tell you how I got started following up is you know, it's all good and they good between each other, and that's what gets it started, what gets people started. I started when I caught a glimpse of when, you know, Michael Russ and Rick George was talking about the little deal. I mean,
yeah.
You know, that's what it's all about. Both them guys are super cool. You know what I'm saying? And look, and Rick's been doing it for a long time.
I think Danny, a lot of that conversation was lost in translation. I think a lot of things were said, but not from either camp, not from the Russ camp, and not from the George camp. But once those two got together and talked, they got to the bottom of it and figured things out. So they're good. They're good, and they're still going to put on a race once Michael Russ gets his transmission figured out.
I'm watching it. I got some clips. Oh, Danny, you want to hang out and watch some racing with us?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's pull. I think this is the Rick George clip here. Nope. Who's that, Gene?
I don't know. It's a blur.
That's off the George. That's from the Rick George camp. It was that S10 so stretched.
Yeah. I didn't catch his name. Now, is that Hammer over on the other side?
I think that is right there. That is you guys, is that the Hammer?
Is that the Hammer? That looks like the Hammer's truck.
I think so. I know the Hammer was way out in front. The Hammer did it. Watch that thing again. I got questions. He gone.
Gone.
He gone. What do you think about that? That was some good racing. I walked out on that track, and I don't do that often, and I thought that track was going to be about 3 inches deep, a hard clay bottom and all. And they had that thing tilled up. That was deep dirt.
6 to 10 inches of good soft.
There goes
that was Jimmy Royal. What?
That's Jimmy Royal right there. Now this is the one I got questions about.
Jimmy Royal?
Yeah. He took that Jeep.
Yeah, he did.
He ain't taking by much, but he got him.
So Jimmy
got him off
Jimmy walked away. Jimmy walked away with what? I think two or three belts last year from the DOT series. Yes, he did. He comes to play and he plays hard.
They said, that's the Hammer and David's in the blue S10. Okay. William said that track was soft. So about this Jimmy Royal truck, I was asking you earlier. We're going to ask everybody. I'm going to give me a minute. I know my screens are all discombobulated, but it'll be all right. I'm trying to learn how to do this too. I'm about tired of all this learning, Gene. This truck is Jimmy Royal's truck. Danny, you see that thing pretty good?
Yep.
All right. So he's standing at the line.
I'm sure it'll probably be that Saturday.
And that big goober guy standing behind him, well, he ain't got nothing to do with what we're going to talk about. So this truck takes off from from the line, Danny. We've been talking a lot about suspensions lately. And that's the initial hit. And that tire is like a dragster tire right there, just wrinkled sidewall, which is normal. I get that. The next clip, when
That's
it moves
torque.
a little bit more,
That is torque.
now look at this tire almost ballooning with not one piece of wrinkle. I mean, that whole truck's almost lifted off the ground. And what's causing that?
Well, it's either two things. Either that's a shorter wheelbase truck. I don't know if it was when it took off, when it squatted, it either come back up with the back tire, see how it's in the hole when it comes back up, or
well, I know he's not in a like rut or a hole. That was the new track. That is
that was the first squat. So they groomed that's their groom track.
That's a groomed flat track.
It is a very well groomed track.
That is a hookup right there. That's tire hooking up.
Yeah, and when he hit, I reckon if probably too far wasn't in there, he probably come out second gear. That might be when it lifted up when it comes to second gear. If it come that quick.
How about that tire? You see it now?
Yeah.
Look at that wrinkle.
Oh yeah, it's got a wrinkle. That's the air pressure.
So okay. So we own something it unloaded. That's what I figured. Wheel speed and unloaded. So then the truck right here is unloading.
Yeah.
And
either shock adjustment or it just comes. It might be coming to second gear and come back up. I don't know.
Those wheels right there are just about to balloon out. But then, and now, I'm analyzing, guys, and I don't know nothing. So we go to. So after it balloons out, that joker goes right back to hooking.
Gone.
Tires right back wrinkling up again. Not as bad, but he's got the wrinkle in it. Now, that suspension setup, is it spot on?
Well, it's fast. I can tell you one thing. I've been knowing Jimmy Rowe a long time. I can promise you, he didn't let out of it. I can promise you that.
I promise.
Now he didn't let out of it. That's for sure.
Yeah, and the very next frame is back biting, back squatting, and that's it. He gone after that. But that's the series that truck took, and who knows how split of a second between.
I think it might be in the stock.
Yeah, well, I'm saying it could be set up perfect. But that thing.
Oh yeah, I mean it works. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with it. Just how the truck works.
Yeah, squat, jump, gone. Once it bit that last time, that truck didn't move no more. It was gone. But I just like seeing that watch the suspension work and things happen like that. It's pretty darn neat to see.
I think Jimmy's got a Samurai. He might be showed up with that. I don't know if he'll bring that truck down, but sometimes you don't never know what Jimmy will bring. But he got a Samurai. It'll probably show up there at the Masters.
A Samurai?
Yeah, he got a yard full of stuff.
Really? How nasty is this Samurai? Because I've seen some people do stuff with Samurais they shouldn't do.
That's not the Samurai that was at Twitty's last November, was it?
No, that little green one.
Yeah.
No, he was from Michigan. Or somewhere up that way. I think it's from Michigan. Or Minnesota or somewhere up that way.
It's got a little shorter top now, probably.
Oh yeah, but Jimmy's is on. I don't know what Jimmy's is on 40. I think Jimmy's Samurai is on 40, or maybe 44, but it's on 40. But it's but them Samurais, they don't weigh nothing. Them Samurais. A lot of people have them, and it probably won't be. He probably won't be doing a Samurai up there if I had to guess. I mean, I really don't know. I know a bunch of people coming, but I'm not for sure what all is coming. But it's going to be a spread of everything. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Oh, I can tell from the live feed now, people chiming in. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah.
What you got next, Blake? What do we got next? What good runs we got next? You got any more?
I got something. We got 10 minutes to kill. Wrong button.
There was a lot of good runs. I'll tell you what. There was I think it was a second or third round with Rick George that he carried that front end from start.
Oh yeah.
Damn near to the 200-foot mark.
That was the second round. This is the ball peen.
Yeah.
Ball peen gone. What? Legacy Concrete. That concrete ain't weighting that truck down. Look at that
No.
thing. Look at there. That's
Gone.
2 or 3 car lengths. 2 or 3. And that truck he was racing is a stout truck.
Yeah,
ain't no
that big
slouch.
Mopar. That big Dodge.
Yeah, ain't no slouch. He put it on him.
Don't
Them
think Mr.
Hewlett's
Joel
still playing though.
he don't bring the smoking gun truck, does he?
I don't know.
Don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the smoking gun truck yet.
Yeah, I mean,
That's his
now look here.
fast
Now
one.
Well, Rick George, everything he got fast, his lawnmower and all, but that smoking gun, that smoking gun, the Burgundy was smoking gun tied for the national championship with the MRA this past year with Will Harrison from Mississippi in the blower truck. They tied. So that truck, I saw that truck. I keep up with them boys. All them boys, MRA. They used to race with Will Harrison, but like Keith Mitchell with Magician and a bunch of the boys used to come in Thunder Valley all the time. But yeah, they got some money in them now. I mean, when you get up to building them 950 cubic inch fuel injection motors, you ain't building a 540. You know what I'm saying? You put some money out there.
You know, I met. So we had the pleasure of meeting 2 young ladies. Both of them are 19 years old. One from Georgia. Her name's Aaliyah, and 19 years old. Been racing. I think she said 7 or 8 years. So I mean, she was what 11, 12 years old, and she had that hot pink truck. And I'll tell you what, she knows no mercy, no mercy. She puts the pedal down and she drives that truck. And then we had what was everybody called it the angry banana from hell or it's John
Something
Deere
like
colors.
that.
Something Thunder. Her name is Maddie Roller, and she's out of Alabama. And they came all the way up to race at Branchville, and I can't wait to see those 2 ladies run again. And I've already talked to Aaliyah. I've talked to Aaliyah. Yep, that's Maddie Roller's truck right there. Her and her daddy built that truck, and that's what she has raced her entire life in. Is that right there? Now she's gone through 4 or 5 different motors. But she's running nitrous. And she told me she said that she can't let the cat out of the bag yet, but the April 4th race there at Cobbtown, she's probably going to have a whole new truck out and about. So be on the lookout. Be on the lookout. Her name is Maddie Roller, Matti Roller, and they've got a pretty cool YouTube channel.
Yep. Danny, Mr. Schaefer's asking now, whatever happened to the flatliner truck?
I might not be telling everybody. I don't know if it's a secret or not, but I'm gonna tell you. Well, there's 2 of them. The very original one, I don't know where is that, but the last one, what used to be, when it was flatliner, Joe Floyd used to have the flatliner. Do y'all know Joe Floyd?
No, sir.
No,
I don't.
All right, the flatliner. Then Jimmy Smith had it. Used to be the color of money. Well, y'all know the fella I'm about to say that. I ain't. Nobody's told me not to say nothing, but y'all know Kane Bustle.
Yep, we know Kane Bustle.
Oh, I do.
The black
Yep.
truck that he just got back from Bobby. That's the old flatliner truck.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. He's got
So
3 of them. He's got a big
Kane Bustle has the old flatliner truck.
Yep. He's got 3 of them. He got the full size truck. Then he's got the older Ranger with the checkered flag on it. Then the newer Ranger, that matter of fact, he just got it back at the shop. But that's Kane's got the old flatliner truck. Now I'm sure it's totally a different truck than it used to be, but that's the original. Yeah. That's the flatliner truck.
whoever's running the
I got
Southeast DOT says it's the bootlegger truck we saw Saturday. Wasn't that the blue?
Yep, that was
Ford?
the blue one. Yep,
Blue Ford.
big blue Ford.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But how about
Yep.
I got something to tell you I forgot, but it's gonna be pretty cool. I'm gonna sell some raffle tickets for $2 for people in the stand. We're gonna draw a ticket for Saturday. Whoever draws the ticket gets to make a pass in the mud with a screw truck. That's pretty
Hey,
cool.
that's pretty cool.
Nice. Nice.
So
Well, I think now, Gene, what do you think, buddy? You still driving over there?
Yep, I'm still driving. I'm listening. I'm watching.
I'm excited, Danny. We're going to be up early, bright and early, as quick as me and Gene can get out of bed. We have to kind of like warm up the bones.
What we figure it take us to drive there from Somerville?
Hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
It was an hour and 10 minutes. I was at
Our goal is
Ridgeville,
to be
so
there
hour and a half.
We want to be there by 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By
Yeah. The gates open today. We changed. As a matter of fact, we said from the beginning, and we didn't realize it was 9, but the gates open at 8. But y'all get there, y'all know there's
we'll blow the horn.
Y'all just come on in anyway, and we'll get y'all set up.
Yes, God. We want to we and Gene have to get there early as possible, set up as quick as possible, so we can go out and have fun.
Yep, we're gonna be out there now.
We're supposed to be set up in an hour, Gene, and then go mingle and talk to people and then drive interviews instead. Oh, we fight till crunch time.
Yeah, we're gonna have so we're gonna have food. Kirby's concessions are gonna be out there, so we're gonna have some good food.
Nice.
So we're gonna have it's gonna be cool.
Good hot dogs. I love a good hot dog.
Oh, I know. There was some good hot dogs last weekend.
Man, so I don't know who that guy was that had hot dogs there in Branchville, but man, those were some good hot dogs.
I ate 3. Yeah. Don't tell nobody. You guys got that good hot dogs. I'm gonna be coming out that van.
Get in my belly. Get in my belly.
Yeah. All right, Danny. We will see you bright and early Saturday morning. Hopefully, we'll have to wait in line to get in the gate because there'll be so many people coming with us. But David Hewlett wants to know, can you come Friday night?
Yes, sir. Gates. We're gonna be there. I'm gonna be there Thursday, all day Thursday, and Friday, and but the gates closed. We're gonna close the gates that way, can everybody be as long as he's there by. The gates closed Friday night at 7 o'clock.
All right,
David Hewlett, if the gate's locked and you can't find anybody to let you in, call me, David Hewlett. I'll reach out to Danny unless Danny wants to give out his number.
And if you happen to be, if you're on the way and you get a flat tire, something happens, and you still come and call me, I'll get you in the gate. But generally, I don't want to, I don't want to, I just don't want to leave it open all night. But we're gonna close it. We're gonna close it at 7. If something happens, I'm not gonna make you wait out there all night. What I'm saying.
Right.
Good deal.
Charlie Selder still watching from West Virginia.
What's going on,
He's
Charlie?
working away.
Hey, the official Charlie Sellers table is in the van.
It's been used. It got used last weekend.
Yes, it did.
All our merchandise is on it. Thank you, Charlie. All right, Danny. See you Saturday morning, buddy.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
All right. Thanks for being on.
Blake.
Gene, what's up?
Blake, how you doing?
I didn't get to show.
It's been a good show.
Well, hold on.
Good show.
I'm not going anywhere until I show Ball Ping and Cheese Puff run.
Oh, the Ball Ping Cheese Puff match.
That wasn't that one. That was that match. That was nasty.
That one was.
I gotta get the I gotta remember not to cut my audio off so it doesn't. I got my reasons. Don't judge me.
Oh, we're not judging. No judgment zone.
Don't judge me. I got my reasons.
No judgment zone.
That one. Watch him. Swing. I had to see that.
Wait a minute.
Who was that? Who was driving that? Cassidy or Rick?
Was that So I couldn't see it. I couldn't see it. It went by so
That was
fast.
Cheese Puff. That was Cheese Puff on the flat track going out like a crazy. He gone.
Oh.
All right.
Not sure. I think Cassidy drove on the flat track.
Well, that was Cassidy then. He was
Cassidy
rolling.
drove on the flat track. Rhett drove over on the mud side.
Are you thank you, EJ. Are you close to the house? You should be.
We are 35 miles to College Park.
Thank you, Gary. All right, guys. So we got to say thank you to our sponsors, John's Truck Service, drive shafts done right. Thank you for everybody who's already taken him some drive shafts. He's letting me know, and he appreciates you guys, and he wants to do a good job. 2Gen Solutions for our great internet service at these shows. We couldn't do it without Cassidy Lane jumping on with 2Gen Solutions. Superior Paint and Body. All you guys with big trucks, box trucks, and anything else, if you damage that truck, he can paint it, fix it, get you back on the road, make your money.
Tony Harris says he wants to get his motorhome painted.
Yep. McCarn Heating and Air, summertime's coming, so call McCarn Heating and Air for a checkup. Get that AC running right before it gets here. And our home track, we'll call it Palmetto Mudway, where me and Gene got our feet muddy to begin with. And Gene's gone. And then thank you, Miss Tina at All About Mud, for everything you do for us and this sport. We appreciate it. I'm glad I got to see her Saturday.
Yep.
So spoke to her for a minute, but we were all so busy. And then as far as Gene, I'm going to let you go, brother.
Blake, thanks for taking the helm tonight. I'm on the way home, and
well, I didn't know how much of this you could see.
It's been an awesome day.
Good. It looks like you had a good day. I'm glad you got to go see your family and all, too.
Yeah, I hadn't seen my son, his wife, and our two grandbabies in Virginia since April of last year. So 11 months.
Yeah.
We got to see them more often than just once every 11 or 12 months. Grandkids are growing up real fast.
Well, yeah, I imagine so. All right, brother. Well, thank y'all, everybody, for watching and taking your time out on Monday night. Saturday's going to be a show, so try to be there and come say hello to us. Buy a T-shirt or two and give us a little support. Y'all have a good time. See you, Gene.
Peace.